morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Don't know about you guys, I love Mondays. It's the start of a new week, new opportunities, new challenges. Plus the sun is shining. What's not to love? I hope you're all well, and I hope you all had a great weekend. So we're going to start off here about propagating houseplants. So I think the first thing we need to know is, what does propagating mean? It's really quite simple. It's a very long word for essentially saying propagating is the production of plants in a natural process from the parent stock. So essentially what that means is we take a healthy parent plant and we take a cutting or a baby and then we make that grow into a new plant. So it's a lot of fun, there's a lot of challenges, there's tons of different ways to do it, there's all kinds of fun plants we can do. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about three of the main ones. So what we're going to do is, our very first one is a petiole. Now that is the long-winded, boring way of saying it is the part on a plant stem where the stalk attaches the leaf to the stem. So in this drawing right here, that is the petiole. That stalk right there is the petiole. So a perfect example of this, and a really good one to start, is this, the African violet. It's a very, very common house plant. A lot of you have got it. Now what I should say, before this goes any further, we are going to be using some cutting objects and we're going to be cutting a live plant. So you might need to get some help, ask your parents to help you, get permission to use anything like this for cutting, and be careful. You don't want to hurt yourself and we don't want to hurt the plants either. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to start. Now, I prefer to use clips to scissors. They've got a better blade. These, as you can see, are thicker and fatter. These are thinner and better suited, but in a pinch, you can definitely use these ones as well. I'm going to use my cuts. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a leaf. I'm going to go in as close to the plant as I can, and I'm going to snip it. And that's it. That's my cutting. You can see I've got the leaf and I've got the petiole. Now, we'll show these in stories too. What you can see is there's very fine hairs on this stem, and I don't know if you can see that liquid coming out there, but we're going to show this in our stories. So now, what do I do with this guy? I'm going to take this. I'm going to take my watering can. Every good gardener should have their own watering can. I've got about 3 or 4. For different purposes. I'm going to put a tiny bit of water in. And I'm going to put my leaf in. Ideally, I don't want my leaf in the water, but it's not going to hurt it too bad if it does. And then that's it. And then do you know what happens from here? That leaf is going to undergo photosynthesis, and we're going to get roots coming out of this part here. That's probably a bit too much water, so look, don't do that on your carpet. Don't do that on your carpet or on your floor at home. I don't want to hear from your parents giving me grief because you guys decided to pour water on the floor. I'm in a greenhouse, I'm allowed to do it. So he's going to stay like that. So then, the next one, let me dry my hands here. So that's a petiole. The next one that we do is nodes. Now what is a node? A node is very simply an irregular bump on a stem where new stems, leaves, or roots can come from. So, all of these guys here, that's what a node looks like. And they can be different on every plant. On every plant, these nodes can look different. So we're going to show you some. And all of these plants you can see here in front of me, all of these plants, and I'm going to move them in so you can have a better look, were all grown from propagation. every one of these was started, and I think you remember this guy from our rooting seminar, all of these guys were started via propagation. So, as you can see, it is very doable. I'm going to use the Pothos. Again, very, very, very popular plant. A lot of people have a Pothos. And what we're going to do is these guys are going to grow by the nodes. So let's start there. Now if you guys can see on the end of this stem, all of these little brown bits, all of these nubby bits, those are nodes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the end right here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to snip right there. Can you see the nodes? Can everybody see those nodes? I'm going to hold it up. You can see there's a few of them there. Same process. I'm going to take our saucer here. Get rid of him. I'm going to take my little vase. I'm going to take my handy dandy watering can again. I'm going to put my water in there. I'm going to sink him in there. And again, if they fall over, you can use rocks. You know what else I'm going to do on this one? He might be a bit long. So look at that. We can cut him shorter. We're going to put him in, and then he's going to stay there. Same thing. The light is going to hit the leaf. The photosynthesis is going to happen. And these nodes will put out roots, and you're going to end up with a plant like that one. So we're going to put him over here. Now, this guy. Back to my spider plant. So, probably wondering how I got this guy. Spider plants are unbelievably popular plants. People love them. Tons of people have them. Now let me show you a spider plant here. Look at this one. And these are the babies. So all this stem is, it's actually a flower stem. And what's happened here is, I'm not going to cut all of them off right now, we're just going to cut this one off to show you, is those flowers have turned into babies. And if you look at the bottom, you can see, and we'll show this on our stories, you can see little roots that haven't started yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our stem, we're going to cut it low there, we're going to take another one of these, and add some water again. I'm going to stick him in. And that's babies. So the babies are the easiest way to propagate a plant. So what we've got is we've got our mama spider plant in her pot. That's her pot. And then there she is. All happy doing what she does. And then you're going to see they'll put out a stem like this. And what will happen is there'll be a little flower on the stem. And that little flower, if you just leave it over time, ends up growing into the babies. Exactly like we saw right there. So, that's how you do that. That's how we propagate. You put that in water, and we're going to come back and visit this in about a week, and we're going to look at the roots on all three of those ones that I just did. Now, I've got something to show you guys. This is kind of cool. Again, just to be sure, be careful if you're dealing with water and snips in the house. We don't want to make a mess. We don't want to hurt ourselves. We don't want to hurt plants. So always, always, always get somebody to help you when you're using cuts, when you're cutting things off of plants. And as always, if you have any questions, let us know. We will answer them. Okay, we're here for you guys. Now I want to show you guys something cool. I don't know how many of you have actually ever seen one of these, but there is a Venus flytrap. Now this is my favorite house plant. This is a carnivorous plant, okay? So these guys, you can see the leaves. So they do still get energy from the sun, but they get a lot of their nutrition from actually eating bugs. So a little ant or a fly runs across there, and what do you know? It's going to close up. Now you're not really meant to do this, but we're going to see if we can get one of them to close. So we just gonna, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Now, if that had been a bug, game over. Game over. This guy's gonna smoosh it, little ant, little fly, whatever it might be. You can see those teeth have closed on it right now. Bam! That little bug now is turning into food and fertilizer and nutrition, and our little plant is having the time of its life. And look at all of those mouths. Look at all of those mouths. So, this one has nothing to do with propagation, but I was walking by and I saw it and I thought, that is too cool. How can I not share a Venus flytrap with you guys? So, there you go. There's a Venus flytrap. That's a little bit on propagation. It's not everything. Of course, there's more to it. This guy here wasn't grown from either of those methods, but we can talk on him on another day. But again, the main three methods are your petiole, your nodes, and your babies, and it's really easy. And if you guys have any questions, please let us know. We'll answer them all on Friday, and we'll get you guys propagating. So have a wonderful Monday. Get those questions into us. Keep the feedback coming. We're going to be posting these videos live on YouTube pretty soon. Keep an eye out for that. They're going to be up on our blog. And have an excellent day. We'll see you guys tomorrow for more work with seeds. Bye, everyone.